Good morning, everybody. How is everybody doing on this Thursday morning or afternoon, depending on where you are at in the country? Let's see how we can get this. We've got Fuckwad. Morning, Fuckwad. Good morning, Rhetorical. We have an electrical skateboard. A good afternoon to a Mario Mint. We have Origin Habby. We have Jacob, and we have Mitch the Ripper this morning, either lurking or in the chat. So good morning, everybody. Last night, Google lost its ever-loving mind. I was watching... You have coffee on your nose somehow. I was watching the Ghost Poo podcast, and I decided to do what I normally do when I pop in to watch a podcast or a live stream in general. Hey, everybody in the chat. I got an error. So I tried it again. I got another error. So I refreshed. Tried it a third time. Nope. Then I tweeted out to Irate Bear saying for some strange reason I couldn't post in the live chat. He asked me to refresh. By this time I was checking my emails only to find out that Google has suspended my Google Plus account. I appealed it because the terms under which somebody had flagged my account, and you guys better be sitting down for this, is pornographic and sexually explicit content. Me. Pornographic and sexually explicit content. I'm just going to let that sink in.
Wait. They have to see this and everything. This is me giving this some thought.
Right?
No.
So I appealed it, and this morning, right after my good morning tweet on Twitter, I checked my emails again, and they said they were in error and unsuspended my Google Plus account. This was... I don't understand what they're doing, who flagged my account, or why, because I am not active on Google Plus. The only thing that posts to my Google Plus business page... No, he wasn't walking shirtless in the background. The only thing I post to my Google Plus page is, my YouTube videos when I upload them. Those are the only things that get posted. So I was absolutely flummoxed and, angry, frustrated, confused. I'm like, there's nothing pornographic in any of my news shows. I don't take off my shirt. I don't booby stream. So that may have gotten some of the ladies bothered. Well, I do consider him a sexy beast, but, totally, totally biased on that one.
Your opinion may be a bit skewed.
I did get caught up yesterday, however, so both of the past streams have been edited and uploaded to YouTube. And the blog posts...
That's why I got flagged, by the way.
Probably. And both of the blog posts for the new segment transcripts got uploaded yesterday as well. So I'm all caught up. So today on YouTube and on the blog, there's going to be the transcript and the video released for yesterday's news, which is going to be edited. But I love all you guys that are here watching it live, because we get to interact with you guys and have a conversation with you. This morning, I tried to switch over to my gaming channel on YouTube, and for some strange reason, I couldn't. So I'm going to try that again, because I want to try and download and then re-upload my stream from last Friday, from Friday Fright Night. That way, people that can't watch Twitch can actually watch it. So I am going to be working on that today. Merlin is at the doctor's office, chiropractors to be exact. He has just been in a lot of pain the past few days because of all the weather happening in and around Rhode Island. He feels very bad about letting you guys down and letting me down, and I told him not to worry about it. We don't plan on these kind of things. Pain has a mind of its own sometimes.
First and foremost and everything, I like listening to the show. I like watching the show. I like being a part of the show and everything, but your personal health comes first.
Yeah, most definitely.
If you're in pain and you need to do something to alleviate it, that by all means, go ahead and do it. Mm-hmm. We will miss you. We will say a silent prayer for you, and hoping that he feels better.
And the link that I just put in the chat is once again the link to the live streams, which happens to be taking off because I am getting emails now on updating the listings for smaller channels and their listing schedules, which is really good, which is something that I have been wanting to do for a while. I do too, Jacob. Because the smaller channels are getting drowned out by the bigger channels and the ever-changing algorithms on YouTube. So we've got to give them, you know, a help, a look-see, and hang out with them when we can. And the new requests for the updated listings will be done today. And as soon as I am done updating it, I will tweet that out. But that link is getting a lot of traction.
Good.
And it is becoming popular. And
That's very good.
And it has taken a load of work out of the end of the show for me because, let's face it, I was feeling like a broken record repeating the live streams every day.
Well, you get so, and you have so many of them, and sometimes you don't have time for all of them.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just a nice way and everything to highlight everybody and everything instead of having this rotating thing where, okay, well, we could shout out 3 or 4. Why do we want to shout out 3 or 4? We'll shout out one link and we'll put 100 on there.
Yeah. And as it gets bigger, if I need to, I will break it up into one main link introducing the listings, and you guys choose the days that you want to look at for the scheduling. And I'll eventually wind up getting to that as I keep getting more emails coming in. Yesterday, Jason, otherwise known as Bitter Elasticat's Twitter, got suspended for some reason. And this comes during a time when Jason is in the hospital with his father. So his father is ill and in the hospital, so if we can send out prayers, positive energies, you know, hopes for a speedy recovery Jason's way. He's going through a lot. That's why he hasn't been streaming this week. I hate to hear somebody, you know, having to be in a hospital with a loved one, but as we stated earlier with Merlin, you can never plan on these things. Illnesses and accidents happen. And you just, there's no planning for it. It just, sometimes it comes out of you, at you from left field. And when he comes back, I'm sure he will resume his streaming schedule, and I will get with him on that. And those listings will be added to that page as well. But that's why he hasn't been on Twitter. That's why he hasn't been on Twitch streaming. And that's why he hasn't been on YouTube streaming. Because he has a loved one in the hospital. So if we could all just give him some support and let him know that we're there for him, I'm sure it would make his time easier. He also has a Discord, so if you are a member of his Discord and you didn't get the announcement when he put it in his Discord, please go to his Discord and tell him that you're thinking about him, because he's a really good guy. I mean, he really is. Jason is a really good guy. Okay, now that hope everything works out well for Jason. Me too, Jacob. Me too. All right, let's go ahead and roll this segment and get into the news.
Let's do it.
And dummy me forgot the tweets. We'll just do them after the news. I knew my brain was going to be skipping something today. It's a week of skipping things, but we'll get back to it, I promise. Alright, the weather forecast for today is the weather forecast that some of us like, some of us don't want, and some of us can live without. And it's good till Saturday, May 12th. Best chances for rain across the northern half of the U.S. and the southern tier remains mostly dry. It'll feel more like summer across much of the central and southern parts of the nation to the end of the week. Temperatures are forecast to be noticeably warmer across much of the eastern U.S. on Thursday, prior to the arrival of a cold front from the northwest. God damn it, northwest. Which should bring a round of showers and storms during the afternoon and evening hours. A slight cool down is expected for Friday from Virginia to the northeast U.S. before warmer weather returns for Saturday. So it's just a short stint. Nothing too big to be worried about. Let me see. The heat and increasing levels of humidity will continue across the deep south and the southeast U.S. as surface high pressure and upper level ridging keep frontal passages well to the north, with highs reaching and surpassing 90 degrees for many areas. It will be even hotter across the desert southwest and into western Texas, with temperatures likely reaching or exceeding 100 degrees. An active weather pattern is expected for the western high plains to the upper Midwest as stationary front becomes established over the region north of the southern U.S. ridge. This is where the greatest chance of severe weather will reside through Friday night, along with the heaviest rainfall prospects. Pleasantly cool conditions will exist north of this boundary across the Dakotas, extending to the Great Lakes region. For the western U.S., numerous showers and high elevation snow are expected as an upper level trough amplifies and evolves into large upper low over the Intermountain West. Hi, Panina. By the end of the forecast period Saturday morning, lowering snow levels will equate to accumulating late season snow for higher mountain ranges. We're going to be doing the girls' night. No, ladies' night is on Wednesday night. It just wasn't last night, Jacob, because Panina had a last-minute deadline she had to meet, so there were things that she had to do. That's why the ladies' night stream didn't happen. She apologized profusely to Lou and me, and we told her that work and IRL stuff comes first. Don't sweat it. She told us that we could stream without her, and we said it's not the Charlie's Angels with the third angel. We got to have all three of us. So be on the lookout for that next Wednesday.
Look, I pay good money to watch all three of them.
And here is the weather map for today. As you can see, we are in the rain and thunderstorm area as much as most of the United States is, with the severe thunderstorms up and around Virginia, up through Pennsylvania, and those places a little further north like New York. I'm going a special gaming stream for tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern, by the way. Cool! So since you're going to start yours at 6, let me know how long it's going to be, because I want to start mine at 8 so I don't miss yours. Ooh, and I can do mine.
What is he going to be gaming?
I think he's going to be gaming, I don't know. What are you going to be gaming, Rhetorical? I know. And here is the weather map for today. We have nice warm reds moving up to yellows, which is 60 to 80 degrees up here New England way, and skirting around north.
XCOM, enemy unknown.
Yeah, so you guys better watch that. And just for Jacob, I'm going to be clicking on Louisiana. Louisiana's highs today are still in the upper 80s, low 90s for today. And as the other map showed, you don't really have any rain coming in your direction, Jacob. So you're going to be having a pretty fair day. So, since I have done most of the talking up until this point, I am going to let my wonderful husband read the first news story of the morning. And it is about the Hawaii volcano. So,
yay!
I thought I had changed that. Let me change that. Oh, I hate it when I do that. Screen caps. Where is it? There it is. Live editing. Oh my God. Is it fake news or is it true news? Only time will tell.
Only time will tell. It's some kind of news.
It's some kind of news. It's some kind of news, y'all. It's some kind of news. Alright, move this over and shrink it. There we go. Now we have the appropriate picture and headline for the story. Now for the story. Crap. As soon as I can get this thing to quit doing that. Alright, here we go, dear.
Oh, thank you very much. Kiluea threatens ballistic rocks from explosions. Who didn't see this coming? The Hawaiian volcano is not finished. Hasn't been finished for 30 years. The United States Geological Survey is predicting that pebble-sized projectiles being ejected from the fissures for miles from the fissures.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah.
Editing sucks first thing in the morning without enough coffee.
It's spewing forth stuff from the ground in the cracks.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. This warning was released Wednesday, targeting the residents of Leilani Estates. I'm just going to let that sink in for a minute that I actually pronounced that. Wait a minute. I think this shit is working here. The community that has been in the direct path of the lava and eruptions. The U.S. government office also said that the volcanic ash could dust nearby towns. What do you mean could dust? Never mind.
Well, they have to say it like a prediction.
Could dust and everything. Unless the wind is directly blowing away from you and everything, you're going to get hit with volcanic ash.
Yeah.
Steam-driven explosions at volcanoes typically provide very little warning. Declared by the USGS. They went on to explain the explosions happen when a volcano's magma column drops below the water table and the hot rock interacts with the groundwater.
Well,
We're doing science.
I know.
Let's see. The USGS has also stated the eruptions can propel ballistic rocks of up to 1 ton in weight up to a mile away.
Ouch.
I'm just going to throw this car a mile.
Yeah, yeah, pretty much. Ouch.
And this, children, is why they say never approach a volcanic area, and you probably don't want to live in one. Along with this, the possibility of steam and sulfur dioxide emissions will rise. Steam-powered explosions, propelling things the size of cars over a mile and everything. Steam may be present.
Right? Who knew?
The emissions of sulfur dioxide could lead to acid rain. Ooh. I learned this. Literally learned all of this in the 3rd grade.
Yeah, but now we have to explain it to the stupid people.
Yes, but the advent of Common Core and everything, education like this has beyond things, so they have to break it down into basic stupid for everybody.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Residents in Pahoa, Hawaii, were told to stay indoors with windows shut to prevent the inhalation of the noxious gas. That's not gonna work.
No, it's not. But, they have to warn them.
Air has to get into your home unless your air is completely airtight and has its own private oxygen supply. You're gonna be subjected to it. Other calls for evacuation include
Lanipuna Gardens.
Yes, as well as Lalani Estates. Both have led to the exodus of close to 2,000 residents, a rural district of Hawaii's Big Island. Predictably, there are some residents who refuse to leave. Those are the stupid people. We can live without those.
I was born there and I'm gonna die there.
You sure the fuck are, and we ain't gonna have no goddamn sympathy for you.
Yep. There's a little bit of good news for an update coming out of the Waffle House shooting incident.
No.
Oh my God, what the hell?
What did you do?
I don't know. I was half asleep this morning, apparently. Oh, Lord have mercy.
These bloopers have been brought to you by MWM Media.
I know, right?
Follow along for more live bloopers and live corrections as we struggle through this Thursday morning and everything. It's almost Friday, though, folks. And remember now, tomorrow is Feel Good Friday.
Yep.
Feel Good Friday is the best Friday ever. And
nothing but good news.
Little sneak hint and everything. We're doing Use Your Words tomorrow night.
Yep. Oh, yeah, we're going to do that again. Let's see. James Shaw Jr. of Nashville, the young man who took the weapon from the gunman at a Waffle House in the same city, has been honored by Tennessee State University. The institution has named a scholarship after him. Several surrounding businesses and organizations have given him awards. The president of the university, Glenda Glover, stated she will be giving Shaw special presidential recognition at the school's homecoming in October. The scholarship has collected almost $15,000 after it was made public.
That's good.
Yes.
It is really good. And ordinary people doing extraordinary things. And it used to be not uncommon to see people helping people and everything, and sadly in this day and age and everything, it's almost a lost art form.
Yeah, and unfortunately we have one of these. If you like romaine lettuce, please listen up. Instead of making it a news story, I figured I would read it directly from the CDC. Multi-state outbreak of E. coli 0157H7 infections linked to romaine lettuce. As of May 9th, 28 more ill people from 12 states were added to this investigation since the last update on May 2nd, 2018. 4 more states have reported ill people: Florida, Minnesota, North Dakota, and Texas. Most recent illnesses started on April 25th, 2018. Illnesses that occurred in the last 2 to 3 weeks might not yet be reported because of the time between when a person becomes ill with E. coli and when the illness is reported to the CDC. Information collected to date indicates that romaine lettuce from the Yuma growing region could be contaminated with E. coli 0157H7 and could make people sick. For the latest information on the investigation into where romaine lettuce was sourced, visit the U.S. FDA, and I'm going to put that link in the... Thank you for the host, Global Storming. Thank you very much.
Good morning, Global Storming.
All right. Do not eat or buy romaine lettuce unless you can confirm it is not from the Yuma growing region. Romaine lettuce has a shelf life of several weeks, and contaminated lettuce could still be in homes, stores, and restaurants. Product labels often do not identify growing regions, so do not eat or buy romaine lettuce if you do not know where it is grown. The advice includes whole heads and hearts of romaine, chopped romaine, baby romaine, organic romaine, and salads and salad mixes containing romaine lettuce. If you do not know if the lettuce in a salad mix is romaine, do not eat it. Durr. Advice to restaurants and retailers. Do not serve or sell any romaine lettuce from the Yuma growing region. This includes whole heads and hearts of romaine, chopped romaine, baby romaine, blah, 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 on and on, so on and so forth. Restaurants and retailers should ask their suppliers about the source of their romaine lettuce. Let me see if they've got a listing of the states over here.
Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Go up just a little bit, because there was some... 29 states.
Mm-hmm. So over half of the country. 149 people infected with the outbreak of E. coli have been reported from 29 states. Antibiotics are not recommended for patients suspected with E. coli. 1 death was reported from California. 64 people have been hospitalized, including 17 people who have developed a type of kidney failure called hemolytic uremic syndrome. So guys, be very, very careful. Let me see here.
Case count map right there.
All right, here we go. Case count map page. We're going to open that up, and I'm going to put this in the live chat first. All right.
Well.
Wow. Okay.
Yes.
So we've got Washington, Idaho, Montana, North and South Dakota, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Michigan, Illinois, Ohio, Pennsylvania, New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. That's not... Massachusetts, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, Georgia, Florida, Mississippi, Missouri, Louisiana, Texas, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, California,
and
Alaska.
The highest concentrations of which and everything are California, Idaho, Pennsylvania, and Minnesota.
So those are the maps of the people of the most concentrated areas, or where they have found E. coli that has been linked to this Yuma-grown romaine lettuce. So please keep an eye and ear out on this particular development, because I particularly like romaine lettuce.
I do too.
It actually lends a really good taste to salads, unlike, you know, the iceberg lettuce.
Thank you, E. coli. I no longer have to eat salad.
Excuse me?
I love you.
I love you too. All right. As of May 8th, 2018, 149 people infected with the outbreak strain of E. coli have been reported from 29 states. A list of the states and the number of cases in each can be found on the map we just showed you. Illness has started on dates ranging from March 13th, 2018 to April 25th, 2018. Yes, iceberg is trash. I completely agree, Global Storming. Ill people range in age from 1 to 88 years with a median age of 30. 65% of ill people are female, 129 people with information available. 50% have been hospitalized, including 17 people who developed hemolytic uremic syndrome, a type of kidney failure. 1 death was reported from California. Not to mention, iceberg has no nutritional value.
Here comes my prediction.
What?
Here comes the majority of the victims are female. And I'm just waiting for them to come out and say E. coli is sexist. This is my prediction.
I will die laughing if that happens.
When they do and everything, know that I'm not going to make a video on it and everything, but no, they're not even going to be human beings when I'm done calling them names.
Oh, I know. Illnesses that occurred after April 17, 2018 might not yet be reported due to the time it takes between when a person becomes ill with E. coli and when the illness is reported. State and local health officials continue to interview ill people to ask about the foods they ate and other exposures they had before they became ill. Of the 112 people interviewed, 102 reported eating romaine lettuce in the week before their illness started. This percentage is significantly higher than results from a survey of healthy people in which 46% reported eating romaine lettuce in the week before they were interviewed. Information collected to date indicates that romaine lettuce from the Yuma growing region could be contaminated with E. coli and can make people sick. The investigation is ongoing, and CDC will provide more information as it becomes available. And we will keep an eye on this because there are a lot of us that like salads and a lot of us that tell our husbands they need to eat more salad. World ends. Women's most affected. Exactly. And good afternoon, Hunley. Welcome to the stream. And good morning, Global Stormy.
Yeah, vicious animal here. If y'all don't pay attention to the vicious animal mauling me.
Right, the vicious animal. Oh my God, vicious. All right, let's see here. Mormons sever ties to Boy Scouts. Who didn't see this one coming? On the heels of the Boy Scouts of America announcing they are now accepting girls, the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints has formally stated it will be cutting the 105-year-old ties with the organization that instilled leadership, respect, and other positive traits in boys and young men. The date for severing this is December 31st, 2019. The church organization will be replacing all existing activity programs for girls and boys, young men and women in 2020. Ever since the BSA has allowed homosexual and trans troop leaders, and I put trans in quotation for a reason, the membership numbers have fallen. They have since dropped the boy in the traditional name and will now be known as Scouts BSA. For those wondering about the Girl Scouts, they will be sticking to their guns and not allowing boys in their ranks.
Well, here's the thing and everything. You can't call it Scouts BSA because it is not Boy Scouts of America. It's just the Scouts.
Yeah.
And Girl Scouts, not allowing boys in their ranks.
They're sticking to their guns. No boys allowed.
Oh, I'm sorry. Isn't that in itself?
Unless those boys think they are girls. Oh, morning, Draconith.
No. Guarantee you they won't even allow that.
Draconith. Now for my favorite boss line, the sickness must be purged.
Yes.
Yes. We
Purify
agree.
it with fire.
They're killing fourth wave intersectional feminism is killing everything they touch.
Everything that gets...
Everything they touch.
Look, the society went down the toilet and everything when everybody became more focused on their feelings than facts. I'm sorry. That's the bottom line, and that's the truth of it.
They already do, Ronan. I mean, it's just, I know you said you were a Boy Scout growing up, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah.
And Big Dave was an Eagle Scout.
So yeah, that's...
I didn't quite make it to Eagle Scout. I got sidelined with sports and things like that.
Other things? Okay.
Well, yeah, sports, girls.
Would you like to read the next story, hun?
President Trump, Americans freed from North Korea. Follow up a tweet from yesterday. President Trump personally greeted Kim Dong-chul, Tony Kim, and Kim Hak-song, the three Americans who had been prisoners in North Korea. These three gentlemen were imprisoned after Trump took office. They were charged by the North Korean government with espionage or hostile acts. This release comes before the landmark summit with Kim Jong-un, where hope is the dictator can be persuaded to dismantle its nuclear weapons program. President Trump had this to say after the release. Hopefully, everything is going to work out at the highest level. We want to thank Kim Jong-un, who really was excellent to these three incredible people. Analysts, however, are in wait-and-see mode, observing the negotiations to see if the North Korean dictator will use the release as leverage for stretching out any deadlines for dismantling the country's nuclear programs.
I mean, it's to be expected. He's probably going to try to use that as a bargaining chip.
He's not... He doesn't want to seem weak and everything. He wants to be seen as strong as his father and grandfather were. He's a smart man, though. He knows how much his country is suffering and everything, and you can only put up, this big, bad, brave show of force for so long before even your people start like, we're suffering and it just keeps getting worse.
Draconith, I am sad at what is happening to my Boy Scouts. I think everybody that has grown up with the Boy Scouts of America is sad to see what's going on. Batman, hey guys, girls, and small blue furry creatures from Alpha Centauri. Good afternoon, Batman. And he also says, thanks to Avengers Infinity War, I have Rubber Band Man stuck in my head. So yeah, I mean, it's like, we're going to, when the talks happen, we're going to be keeping an eye on that. Oh shit.
Oh, there's
breaking news.
We have some breaking news right now. Trump says he will meet with North Korea's Kim on June 12th in Singapore.
This is going to be a link that's going to be added to the blog. U.S. President Trump said on Thursday he will meet with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un on June 12th in Singapore. The highly anticipated meeting between Kim Jong-un and myself will take place in Singapore on June 12th. We will both try to make it a very special moment for world peace, Trump said on Twitter. So there's some breaking news for you guys. So June 12th is the date, and we will be keeping an eye on that date, because that is going to be monumental for the president that, you know, most lefties hate. And the last story of the day.
And who didn't see this coming?
Oh, I think everybody saw this coming from a mile away. France and Russia are calling for a de-escalation after Israel took credit for bombing dozens of Iran-linked military compounds in Syria. The Israeli army admitted to targeting Iranian intelligence and logistics sites around Damascus, including observations of military posts along with munition warehouses. This was in response to an overnight bevy of missile strikes aimed at Israeli territory that was blamed on Iran. All missiles were reported as being intercepted. The salvo was launched at Israel after midnight, as reported by Lieutenant Colonel Jonathan Conricus, the Israeli military spokesman. So, yeah, that's happening. That escalation was long in coming.
Well, the thing is, you have Iran and Russia backing basically a guy that will stoop to no ends to maintain a stranglehold on Syria.
Morning, Mezzo.
And everybody else pushing for the other guys to get rid of him.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody's doing this balancing act and walking a tightrope and everything, you know, to try to get things accomplished.
Yeah.
I say look at the parties involved and say, fuck you. You get rid of him now, or we're going to get rid of him. You don't like it? Come stop me.
Rhetorical. If Iran wants nuclear weapons, why don't we send them a couple dozen of hours, fully armed on a ballistic trajectory?
Yes, thank you, rhetorical. Me and that man are, y'all have to remember and everything. I'm a fucking warmonger.
Yep, we're going to go back to the welcome screen because this dummy forgot the tweets. Ugh. Swear to God. One of these days.
Yeah, one day.
My brain just hasn't been with it. Okay, so I'm going to mute me and I'm going to play this video because this video actually coincides with
the story.
One of the stories that we read. So, here we go. I can't unplay mute when the video is playing because it'll echo Batman. So there. And that is the welcome that he gave the 3 prisoners that were released from North Korea. The next tweet comes to us from the Department of State. Statement from the Freed Americans. We would like to express our deep appreciation to the United States government, President Trump, Secretary Pompeo, and the people of the United States for bringing us home. A proud day for the State Department and all Americans. Welcome home.
Yes.
So, yes, proud day.
Absolutely. Welcome back. Have a cup of coffee. Come join us on the brew.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that would be nice to have them on there. That would be nice to have them on here. All right. And also, we got 3 State Department tweets. The second one is, the U.S. congratulates the people of Malaysia on their participation in a hard-fought election campaign. Malaysians from all parties, states, and backgrounds engaged the electoral process in large numbers, peacefully, and with great enthusiasm. It's good to see. Democracy in action is always good to see.
Yes, but do you know what? Do you know who they just elected?
Who?
The oldest.
Construction, probably.
No, that's not construction. There's no construction down there that's blasting. At least not that I know of.
All right. They
elected the oldest politician in their nation's history.
Oh.
A guy that had been retired since 1978.
Wow.
He came back, and they elected him. I think it's their Secretary of State or something like that and everything. He's like 90.
Yeah. How long until the lefties start attacking these returning POWs? I hope they never do. I hope they never do. Because these guys have... You can't imagine, nor can you even guess what they went through while they were prisoners of North Korea. I mean, it doesn't matter that they were Koreans themselves. They weren't Korean.
They're not Korean. I don't believe that they're Korean.
They looked... Well, okay.
They may have Asian names and everything,
right.
But having an Asian name and everything does not demote ethnicity.
Yeah. The third and last Department of State tweet is, the U.S. is closely following the situation on the Yemeni island of Socotra and engaging with all parties to reinforce Yemen's sovereignty and territorial integrity, as well as the need for de-escalation and dialogue. So that's another situation Yemen. That we're going to be keeping an eye on.
Yeah, we're going to have to watch Yemen.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. NASA today, and there's going to be a read after this. Using data from our Chandra X-ray Observatory, astronomers discovered evidence of a bounty of black holes, including stellar mass black holes, which typically weigh between 5 to 30 times the mass of the sun. Mm-hmm. Oof. And we're going to be reading that over here. Go away. I have a story to read. You're in the way. And that is the map, and this is the area that they found the black holes in. Let me see. Astronomers have discovered evidence for thousands of black holes located near the center of our Milky Way galaxy using data from NASA's Chandra X-ray Observatory. This black hole bounty consists of stellar mass black holes, which typically weigh between 5 to 30 times the mass of the sun. These newly identified black holes were found within 3 light years, a relatively short distance on cosmic scales, of the supermassive black hole at our galaxy's center known as Sagittarius A. The theoretical studies of the dynamics of stars and galaxies have indicated that a large population of stellar mass black holes, as many as 20,000, could drift inward over the eons and collect around Sagittarius A. This recent analysis using Chandra data is the first observational evidence for such a black hole bounty. A black hole by itself is invisible. However, a black hole or neutron star locked in close orbit with the star will pull gas from its companion. Astronomers call these systems X-ray binaries. This material falls into a disk and heats up to millions of degrees and produces X-rays before disappearing into the black hole. Some of these X-ray binaries appear as point-like sources in the Chandra image. Merlin is at the chiropractor's today over the past couple of days because of the weather patterns going on in the country. Hunley, his pain has been unbearable.
Yeah,
he's hoping his trip to the doctor today will help alleviate some of that so he can be back in fighting form.
He's going to go get stretched, cracked, you know, the regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Poked, prodded. He's going to come back home. He's going to feel like crap, and hopefully within a few hours he'll feel better.
Oh, yeah. A team of researchers led by Chuck Haley of Columbia University in New York used Chandra data to search for X-ray binaries containing black holes that are located near Sagittarius A. They studied the X-ray spectra, that is the amount of X-rays seen at different energies, of sources within about 12 light years of Sagittarius A. The team then selected sources with X-ray spectra similar to those of known X-ray binaries, which have relatively large amounts of low-energy X-rays. Using this method, they detected 14 X-ray binaries within about 3 light years of Sagittarius A. 2 X-ray sources likely contain neutron stars based on the detection of characteristic outbursts in the previous studies were then eliminated from the analysis. So I'm going to link the rest of that article if you guys want to read it. And here's the statement from the freed Americans. We would like to express our deep appreciation to the United States government, President Trump, Secretary Pompeo, and the people of the United States for bringing us home. We thank God and all our families and friends who prayed for us and for our return. God bless America, the greatest nation in the world. So there's a statement from the three freed. Talk nerdy to me. Penina Chan, talk nerdy to me. And scrolling up, our Department of the Interior picture today comes out of Back Bay Wildlife Refuge in Virginia. And the picture was taken by Tyrone Singletary. That is one hell of a sight.
He got there at the right particular moment and just went, oh, that's kind of cool. Click.
Yep. For those of you, I have a friend of mine that is a freelance photographer. For those of you wondering what it's called when you can actually see the rays of sunlight breaking through the clouds like that, it's called God's rays in the photographic world. So there's a little bit of trivia for you. The bridge to dawn. Yes. Yes, Mezzo, yes. I love these beautiful pictures.
Don't go to the light. I must go to the light.
Yes, it's an absolutely beautiful pic. I mean, you gotta be, it's so hard as a photographer taking pictures of nature to be in the right place at the right time, because nature doesn't tend to cooperate with you.
No. I mean, I've sent you some pictures that a couple of people thought were really, really nice and everything, but that's because I got very, very lucky that I was able to stop long enough to go, oh, cool, click.
This is one of those photos that can either inspire poetry, the start of a short story.
That looks more like the start of a short story.
Yeah. So, yeah, those I like ending the Twitter segment with a picture like this.
The dying
because
light of the day filtered out on the long path toward the cabin in the wood.
Yes.
You know.
Yep, so those are the pictures for the day. So, muting again for this. Do it once a show, man. Do it once a show. The blonde moments. This is Draconith Firesoul. That's his link in the live chat. He needs 28 people for affiliate. For those of you that don't know what affiliate is, that is the monetization of the Twitch channel, so you can accept Twitch subscribers and also get cheers. So every little follower helps. So
I
please
see you there in the back.
help out
Go
Draconith.
subscribe to him right now.
The next one is Hunting Pack Gaming, and he is hosting somebody right now. He plays all sorts of games, and he's a pretty cool guy because I've spoken to him in the Spock Discord. So yeah, he's any kind of game he's in the mood for. That's what he streams. He himself has the followers. He just needs an average of 3 viewers per stream. You can lurk on Twitch, and the way that you lurk on Twitch is you can open up the channel and you can, just all the volume down, just don't mute, and that actually counts as a viewer. So, that's lurking. Just let them know that you're lurking in the shadows. We appreciate lurks as well as views. Next one is Rhetorical Entertainment. Our own Rhetorical. Woo! Rhetorical needs. Dun, 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 dun. What the hey?
You shouldn't need anybody.
Yeah, I know, right?
Get out there and subscribe. Don't make me come find y'all.
Right. Rhetorical needs 20 more followers. 20 more followers and an average of 3 viewers per stream. Every morning, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, there's Rhetorical Sunrise, where he has coffee and does a little bit of a rant and talks with the chat. So go check him out.
Screenception.
Yep, works. Exactly. And once again, every follower matters. And last but not least, if you're wondering who the Savage Beard is, where have you been all your life? When he is able to live stream and he is in the mood for gaming, he comes to Twitch, and I am talking about our wonderful, lovable Beardbarian. On the Savage Beard channel, he needs 23 followers to make it to affiliate. He's going to need 22
in a minute because I need that link posted to me so I can get to it and follow him.
No problem. So
Beardy's Hungover Adventures in Game Life. I just like the fucking title.
Well, it's Beardy. You know he's going to have, you know, as a cosplayer, he's going to have very imaginative titles for his streams. So yeah, y'all go check out old Beardy. And give him some love by giving him a follow. And also, too, if you guys need to shout out your channel, !Shill does your Twitch, !Shout out does your YouTube channel.
Today and everything. He likes having playtime.
Uh-huh.
This just in. Beverly Hills 90210, Cleveland Browns 3. This just in. Beverly Hills 90210, Cleveland Browns 3.
And now we are going for the shout-outs. For those of you that do not know who Donut Operator is, he is a police officer that reports the news and does his own little video compilations.
He's an ex-police officer, ex-military, ex-police officer.
There you go. And 20 minutes of canine takedowns, or as he likes to put it, borks and nom-noms. 20 minutes.
And it has the news hound paw of approval.
Yes, it does. The news hound paw of approval. Go check out 20 minutes of canine takedowns. The next one comes from Hard Bastard. Hard Bastard has a 13-minute video on why Mueller will not charge, or possibly cannot charge, President Trump. And there is the link for that one. He does go through the whole 13 minutes explaining why. He goes through this op-ed piece for The Hill. He does this live on live streams, and then every once in a while he clips out portions and uploads it to his channel. He does news like me and kind of not like me because he has a better setup. I have a jelly. But there you have it. Alright, here we go. Necrit, for those of you that absolutely love League of Legends, he goes all the way back to the beginning for people that are just tuning into his channel to explain to you the changes that have happened in League of Legends lore. So for all of you lore nuts, there's a link for you to see. And last but not least, I don't remember who tweeted this out as liking it last night, but I clicked on it and I was laughing my ass off because this woman has one hell of a sense of humor. This is Simone Giertz. She's talking about behind the scenes when she was invited to do a TED Talk, and we even watched the TED Talk. The TED Talk was very good. She's quirky, she's funny, she's inventive, and is like, as she puts it, she invents useless robots.
Yes.
However, until about June, I think, or July, she's not going to be,
she's fighting with a brain tumor.
Yes, she's getting ready to have an operation to get a brain tumor extracted in order to preserve her eyesight. So, in the meantime, since her channel is still monetized, watch some of her older videos, give her some love, and I will give you the link in the live chat right now.
I'll support this lady and everything because to be going through with something as serious as she is and still maintain a sense of humor and hold her head high and try to do things for people. Yeah. It's actually pretty good.
I'm going to play you a little bit of it, so let me go ahead and mute me so you can hear a little bit of her quirky personality.
Hey, how are you? I'm okay. Or actually, I feel pretty good. It's just that the circumstances are a little bit subpar. I'm not complaining, but I feel like I'm finally starting to wrap my head around the fact that I have a brain tumor. Did you get that? Still got it, but this.
Oh, just that little quirk. Yes, shitty robot queen. She's She's absolutely hilarious. Isn't she the person who made the robot for arguing on the internet? I don't know if she is or not.
She probably is.
But she goes through this particular thing about how she procrastinated about writing her stuff for the TED Talks and how she made a googly eye shirt.
Yeah.
Just so she could hear it rattle.
Yeah.
So you guys have really got to check this out. And thank you, Hunley. You reminded me. You were the one that liked it. I saw it on my timeline, and I had to give it a look. So thank you very much for liking that. You've introduced me to one hell of a funny person. Yeah, give her some support. And like I said, watch some of her past content since she's not going to be on for a while because she's getting that brain tumor operated on. Show her some love, guys. Show her some love.
Here we go.
And the Humble Bundle highlight for the day is DevOps. $1,613 worth of content for pay what you want for charity. $1 or more gets you automated, effective DevOps with AWS, DevOps for web developers, and I'm just going to scroll on down slowly so you guys can see everything. He's whining because Daddy left the room. Yep. And it supports Innocent Lives Foundation. So each of these Humble Bundles does support a charity. And if you're looking for the affiliate link and interested in tinkering around with development, there it is. If you like to see any other specials or any other discounts they have, there is the affiliate link to my store. So there is the Humble Bundle for the day. Let me see what else here. Let me click this off. And one more time, I'm going to put the link to the live streams, which is growing by the day, in the live chat as well. So the last link in that live chat is going to be the live stream announcements, and there will be more added by the end of the day. So please keep an eye on that. As always, we are always looking. I'm going to go back to the welcome screen because I don't like looking at a brick wall. There we go. As always, my friends, if you want to contribute any news to the show, shush. If you want to contribute any news to the show, you can drop it in the news articles for research section in the newsroom of the Discord. You can DM me on Twitter. My DM link, my DMs are always open. Same thing with coffee memes, weekday memes, and tea memes. Anything submitted that we use on the show, you will get credit for. And I am looking for 15 to 30 second ad slots for anybody that streams or creates content, so I can put it in the waiting room before I start the countdown before each of my streams, because I like to help out people and give back. So that is my little way of doing it. As I grow, I like to think that I can do my best or whatever I can to help other people grow as well. And on that note, with a mighty bite, with a mighty bark, we shall do what I always do. And that is, may your coffee ever flow, may your caffeine be ever strong, and may you have a thoroughly terrific Thursday. Thank you for coming, guys. And if you guys are interested, I am getting ready to put a raid in the chat. Silent Chaos Games is playing Tomb Raider Rising. So if you want to go over there and raid her, there you go. Ciao, guys. See you next time.